Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Amira Najah binti Abdullah. My metric number is 256111. Today I would like to present about the first instrument that we choose is letter of credit. What is letter of credit? A letter of credit is a letter from a bank guarantee that a buyer payment to a seller will be received on time and for the correct amount, so that the buyer is enabled to make a payment on the purchase. The bank will be required to cover the full of remaining amount of the purchase. It may be offered as a facility. Okay, for the next slide is what is letter of credit from a perspective in Citibank. A guarantee of payment, which is an instrument used to ensure that one of the party to a contractual contract perform. Usually, Citibank only undertakes to reimburse to the beneficiary if the claimant refuses to fulfill the contractual agreement protected by letter of the credit. The letter of credit also acts as a payment method in operations. Okay, for the next slide is you as a customer, before you want to apply the letter of credit in Citibank, you should know about the term and condition. So that we have 9 term and condition before you want to apply this instrument. First, reimbursement. Second, right to account debit. Third, commission, charge, fee and expenses. 4, payment past due money interest computation. 5, advance. 6, non-documentary condition. 7, transfer. 8, extension and modification of the credit. And lastly, successor and assign. The first you should know about the term and condition is reimbursement. What is reimbursement? Reimbursement is applicant shall pay the sum of each draft or other request for payment to Citibank drawn under the credit, whether drawn before or after expired date, if in accordance with applicable law state on the credit. Next, right to account debit. Right to account debit is Citibank can debit any applicant loan or bank account, advance or credit facility for any monies payable by applicant, even though such debt could result in or increase the debit balance in a bank account. Next, commission, charge, fee and expenses. So you as a customer, you should know what you should do about the term and condition, so that the applicant shall pay commission, fee and other expense to Citibank fee under the credit or applicable law, so at rates and times as may be decided in writing by the applicant. Citibank can accept in writing, or if such agreement is not reached, Citibank is payable on demand and at demand or expenses incurred or payable by Citibank in connection with the credit. Next, payment past due money interest and computation. So you as an applicant, all applicants sum shall be charged to Citibank at such address may be informed by Citibank to applicant in writing or such amount from time to time. If applicant fail to pay or any amount payable by it hereunder on its due date, interest shall be accrued on the unpaid sum from the due date to the date of actual payment at the rate of 1% per annum over the relevant rate of interest agreed between Citibank.
Okay, next I will explain about the characteristic of the letter of credit. Okay, the next characteristic is advance. If the creditor call for the advance and the beneficiary fail to repay any advance together with the interest, applicant shall repay the unpaid amount of the demand. Okay, the next is non-documentary collection. Citibank is authorized but shall not required to disclose any documentary condition stated in the credit. The next is transfer. If at applicant request, the credit is issued in a transferable form, Citibank shall have no duty to determine the proper identify of the anyone appearing in any transfer request, draft, or any document as transferee. Nor shall Citibank be responsible for the validity or correctness of any transfer. Okay, last but not least, the characteristic of the letter of credit is an extension and modification of the credit. This agreement shall be begin upon application. Applicant will respond to any extension or modification of the credit made at application request or with application consent. Applicant obligation shall not to be reduced or impaired in a way by any agreement by Citibank and the beneficiary of the credit extension. Citibank's time to honor or to give notification or discrepancies of any such agreement shall be binding upon application. Okay, in the conclusion, the letter of credit also important instrument in the field of the international trade. They can provide security for the buyer, which they can ensure that the good, and for the seller, which can ensure to get payment when send the good. Instrument letter of credit also make the international transaction work smoothly. It gives the mechanized stability, especially for the buyer and the seller perspective. For instance, there is a little or no previous trading relationship among the parties. The letter of credit provides them to work with the confidence and security.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurzulaika binti Muhammad Yusuf, number matric 255889. I will continue to explain about documentary collection. This is the content that I will explain in documentary collection. First, what is the documentary collection? Second, what is the features in applying documentary collection? Third, what is the step in applying documentary collection? And lastly, the example of application form in exporting in documentary collection. First, I will explain about what is the documentary collection. Documentary collection is a process in which a seller instructs their bank to forward documents related to the export of goods to a buyer's bank with a request to present these documents to the buyer for payment, indicating when and on what conditions these documents can be released to the buyer. Next, what is the features in applying documentary collection? First, documentary collection is recommended in order to make payment in favor of the supplier or exporter, or we call as a drawer, for commercial documents confirming the correct delivery of goods or services. Second, documentary collection is instructed by the supplier or exporter, or we call as a drawer, by sending commercial documents together with a collection instruction to the drawer's bank. Third, the drawee may receive a documents if the conditions of their delivery are met. And lastly, decision to make payment for documents is made by the recipient of goods or services, which is a payer or a drawee. I will explain about what is the step in applying documentary collection. Firstly, the buyer or importer and seller or exporter agree on the term of sale, shipping dates, etc., and that payment will be made on a documentary collection basis. Then, the exporter, through a freight forwarder, arrange for the delivery of goods to the port or airport of departure. Then, the forwarder delivers the goods to the point of departure and prepares the necessary documentation based on instruction received from the exporter. Then, export documents and instructions are delivered to the exporter's bank by either the exporter or the freight forwarder. Then, following the instruction of the exporters, the bank processes the documents and forwards them to the buyer's bank. The buyer's bank, or receipt of documents, contacts the buyer and requests payment or acceptance of the trade draft. After payment or acceptance of the draft, documents are released to the buyer, who utilize them to pick up the merchandise. Then, the buyer's bank remits funds to the seller's bank or advise that the draft has been accepted. Finally, on receipt of goods funds, seller's bank credits the account of the exporter. So, this is the example of application form for exporting a documentary collection. That's all from me. I will pass to the next member.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ainul Huda binti Ramzan. My metric number is 255829. The next instrument is bank guarantee. Definition of bank guarantee is a promise made by a bank to provide payment to another bank or lender on a bond, loan, or other liability in the event of default. Banks often make guarantees on behalf of certain clients to promise payment on loans. Bank guarantees reduce the risk to loans and liabilities and usually improve the credit agency ratings of bonds. Next, there are 4 features of bank guarantee. First, a bank guarantee is granted to ensure that the creditor will receive the determined amount if the obligor fails to perform his obligation. Second, payment made by bank which has issued the bank guarantee. Next, payment is made based on beneficiary payment demand containing the statement that the applicant has failed to perform his obligation. The last 4 feature of bank guarantee is certain additional document can be attached to the payment demand, such as a copy of unpaid invoice, a copy of transport document if they are required under the terms and conditions of the guarantee. Bank guarantee have 2 different rates, which are 0.05% per month and 0.5% to 1.0% per year. Bank guarantee also have 2 different types of currency, which are local and foreign currency. For local currency, minimum 100 ringgit per month, and for foreign currency, minimum $100 per month per individual customer.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kariko Mijasmi and my metric number is 255967. Okay, now it's my turn to explain on how to apply for bank guarantee. Okay, the first one, application for a guarantee in electronic form can be submitted via Cititrade portal. For submitting an application in the written form, an extra fees will be charged. Okay, next, Citibank encourage you to use the Cititrade portal to submit application for this guarantee because it is simultaneous order for a guarantee in electronic form. Okay, the third one is Cititrade portal is an electronic banking module Citi Direct BE, which is enabled to filling various applications on the CTP platform and sending them to the Citi Handlowy in electronic form, which is e-application. Okay, next is information on the Cititrade portal can be found in the finance management at the Cititrade portal. Okay, next, for the e EG warrants is an electronic delivery of a guarantee document via Citi secure email and with a qualified electronic signature. The information on EG warrants can be found in the e-guarantee tab. Okay, now is the electronization of the process of the bank guarantee. Okay, the first one is elimination of the time needed for delivering. It is a written form of application to the Citibank and of the guarantee issued on the written form that be addressed. Okay, when the revolving agreement for guarantee issuance is conducted and the guarantee wording agreed with the Citibank, the time of guarantee issuance from time of submitting an electronic application to the delivery of the electronic guarantee will be 2 days at maximum. Okay, there's also lower transaction cost, which is elimination of the cost connected with the delivery of written application and the career cost for the delivery of guarantee to. Okay, guys, there are two ways for applying a bank guarantee. The first one is you can go directly to the branch and ask the banker for the application form. The second one is you can go to the City Trade portal, as I mentioned before, to get the form. Okay, as you can see up here, there is a application form for applying the bank guarantee. Okay, now is the advantages of bank guarantee. The first one is customer or buyer is not required to make the advance payment in case of the bank guarantee. Thus, the funds are used more effectively. Okay, buyer also gains reliable partner status at local and international market that is benefit from various partnership opportunities and is able to demand more relevant condition from the partner. Seller is protected from default of buyer on payment and is able to perform prompt sale without asking advance payment. Okay, bank guarantee also requires less number of document. There is no necessity for collateral, and as a result, the customer receive the letter of guarantee within a short period of time, and also commission fee for service is also very low. Okay, the last one is bank guarantee on Citibank is more secured because the high security on them.